The original fan game, Game Guide. 2 halves are played, you decide before the start how long a half lasts. All participants starts with 1 manager, 1 goalkeeper, 4 defenders, 4 midfielders, 2 strikers, and a bench consisting 3 player cards. During the game you have the opportunity to make 3 substitutions. All player cards are rated based on statistics measured on number of goals, matches, clean sheets, and status in the club. All participants now each select a game piece and roll the dice to determine who starts the game. Highest number starts. The board you find feels like the club, matches, players, and history. If you land on one of the mentioned fields, the participant to your right draws a question card and reads the question. If you answer correctly, you have to roll the dice again. If you answer correctly 3 times in a row in the same round, you can now change a player card from your lineup with a new from one of the piles of player cards. If you land on the dual field, you'll receive a question from an optional category which the participant to your right will read. If you answer correctly, you can also exchange an optional player card from your lineup with a new from one of the piles of player cards. And now the next player will have their turn. If you land on the VAR field, anything could happen. The participant to your right draws a card from the VAR pile and reads it. And now the next player will have their turn. If you land on the yellow card, you'll receive a yellow card and the next player has their turn. If you get the red card, either by landing on the red card or by getting 2 yellow cards, you'll lose a player from your lineup. The participant to your right must now remove a random player card from your lineup. The player card is now removed from the game. You must now roll the dice to determine how many rounds you will be penalized by not having the answer options to the question you are asked. For an example, if the dice shows 3, you must do without answering options in 3 rounds. On the other hand, if you hit 6, the red card is withdrawn and you get your discarded player card back. When the time is up, you have to compete in the strongest lineup. All participants start by flipping their manager cards. The participant with the highest rated manager wins the first jack, and the lineup must now be placed after the winning manager's formation. Participant must now put their lineups in formation. After this, the participant turns over at the same time 1 player card at a time, picked out by the winner of the jack the round before. Highest rated player card wins the jack. The participant who gets the most jacks and by then the strongest lineup wins. In case of a tie between several participants, the winner must be decided in a penalty kick competition. Each participant now choose 5 player cards from the jacks won the rounds before. The participants in the penalty kick competition now turns 1 player card at a time. The highest rated player card wins the jack. Most jacks after the penalty kick competition wins the game.